Hello, everyone. It's Michaela. Welcome to another episode of Michaela's Mind. So, since it's such a beautiful day today, while I'm recording this, I really wanted to kind of talk about manifestation. So, that is my jam. Some people call me the Manifest Mom. That was kind of my little branding for a while when I was doing readings and teaching manifestations. So, I kind of want to talk about what is it and why do I practice it. So basically, manifestation is the ability to create your reality using your thoughts and your beliefs. If you're familiar with the law of attraction or even the book or the movie The Secret, that's a little bit about what we'll be talking about today. So let's see, where do I even start? First of all, where your thoughts go, energy flows. Think about that for a second. Where your thoughts go, energy flows. If you are a person who seems to be just always having a bad day and, maybe you happen to complain a lot, or as soon as one thing goes wrong, you're like, oh my gosh, this is such a horrible day. Well, that's where your energy is going, and that is what's going to be created around you. Okay. If you're a person who's like, wow, it's so beautiful outside, today's going to be a great day, I can guarantee you that the rest of your day will be great. Okay. There's a man called Dr. Emoto, and he was a Japanese doctor, scientist, and he did an experiment to kind of prove that our thoughts and our words do have an influence, a direct influence on the physical world that we're living in. And he took, glasses of water, and he would put words on each one of them. So some words were negative, had a negative notation, some had a positive notation. So he might write the word maybe on a piece of tape and stick it to the glass of water and make it ugly, deceitful, hatred, I don't know, things like that, sadness. And he would take other ones and he would write, I love you, happiness, joy, love, things like that, positive words. And he noticed that he studied the crystals of the water. He would then freeze the water and he would study the crystals, the makeup of the water, and under a microscope. And he noticed that the ones that had the negative notation on them, they were really ugly, weird, not symmetrical patterns. They were distorted. And the ones that had positive notations had beautiful, symmetrical, pretty looking patterns. And if we can do that with water, just think, we are made up of mostly water. So when we talk to ourselves in a negative way, or we get talked to in a negative way, that hurts us, and it kind of lowers our vibration, and it makes us not vibrate at a positive, beautiful frequency, right? And that's kind of the physical proof there. In my opinion, I think that, as humans living an earthly experience, as souls living a human experience and on earth here, we are never going to be able to prove with our tiny brain human science everything that is. It's just the universe and how it was created and why we're here, and everything that ever was is just too complex for us to be able to understand. And I don't think it's our job to figure it out and prove it with science. I think it's our job to have faith and just enjoy the experience while we're here. That's my thoughts on it anyway. So, basically, how do you manifest? What is manifestation? So, a lot of people, use vision boards to help them out, visualization, meditation, things like that. So for me, for example, I 100% believe I manifested my radio career, because if you've talked to me, you know that I don't have any prior experience in radio, but I've always told myself I'm going to be a public speaker. I'm going to be a public speaker. What happened was I started kind of giving spiels like this to my friends and family and people that I would give readings to. I started teaching them how to manifest, and I would save pictures of microphones on my phone, or I would hang them up in my room. I would tell everybody, I'm going to be a public speaker. I'm going to do it. Like I fully believed in it, and I knew that I was attracting that. That was the energy I was putting out, and I knew that was the energy I was attracting. And with zero radio experience whatsoever, I was able to get my foot into the door here at Midwest Communications. And now I'm a radio host. I'm a morning show co-host, actually, which is unheard of for somebody who doesn't have radio experience. And now I have my own podcast. So I kept being persistent with it, visualizing, saving pictures that, because I wanted to attract this thing. So I had to create the environment internally and externally of what I wanted to attract. So that's one way to do it. That's why a lot of people have, like Pinterest, or they make physical vision boards. They put on there what they would like to attract. So you have to think about it. You have to really want it. You have to put your energy towards it. And most importantly, you have to have faith and believe that you're going to get it. Because if you doubt that you're going to get it, you're just telling the universe, God, higher power, whatever you would like to refer to it as. I use those interchangeably. You're telling them like, no, I don't deserve to have this. Nope, I'm not going to get it. So they're getting the message that, oh, you don't want it? Okay. And it's a real thing. I encourage you to try it. I mean, there's a saying that says, you have not because you ask not. I believe it's a Bible verse. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have not because you ask not. If you don't ask, you're not going to receive. And if you aren't asking, why not? You don't believe that it can happen to you? You don't believe you don't deserve it? I mean, I think each of us are guilty of comparing ourselves to other people. Oh, they have a nice house. They have this. They have that. They have a successful career. I don't have that. I'm never going to have that. Why not? Why not? The only person stopping that is you. You can completely manifest anything you want. And I can guarantee you that a lot of the celebrities, they practice manifestation. They have a vision board. They know what they want. They know they're deserving of it, and they work hard to get it. Because, yeah, sure, you're not just going to say, I want like $1 million, and then boom, it's going to land in your hand. Sorry, it doesn't work like that. What happens is when you believe you can attract something, when you believe you deserve something and you want it in your life, you attract the opportunities. You physically have to go and grab those opportunities and work with those opportunities, but you will attract the opportunities. You will attract people in your life who, this person knows this person who knows this person and can get you connected in ways that you would have never thought. That's the thing. A lot of us struggle to manifest because we think we have to figure out exactly how we're going to get the thing. We don't know how we're going to get the thing. A lot of times things we're trying to manifest show up in a way that we would have never expected. They come out of nowhere. You know the saying, it'll come to you when you least expect it, or it'll come to you when you're not trying. That's exactly it. Because we get so caught up in the how. How am I going to receive this? How am I going to get this in my life? For example, what if you are single and you want to attract the love of your life? Okay. Well, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have to go out and go on all these dating apps and go to the bar or go to wherever and try to find somebody. Then I have to convince him to like me. Then he has to then we have to start a relationship. We have to move in together. Then we have to get a ring. Then he has to propose. And then a lot of times it doesn't work like that. A lot of times, or almost all times, you meet somebody when you least expect it at a place you weren't looking. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about the how. You just have to worry about the what. And God takes care of the rest. God, the universe, like I said, I use those interchangeably. So whatever resonates best with you, you don't have to worry about how it's going to come into your life. You just have to say, this is what I would like. A lot of people pray for things, but you also have to believe that it's going to happen for you, and you have to be consistent because it's not going to happen overnight. I will give you an example. When you go to a restaurant, you order your food, and you tell the waitress or waiter your order, and you just have faith that that's going to come to you. It's not going to come to you at the snap of your finger. It takes a while to cook it, get back to the kitchen, cook it, it comes out. Sure, it doesn't always come out perfectly every single time you go to a restaurant. Things happen. I get it. That's life. But in general, just think of going to a restaurant. You have faith that what you asked for is coming to you. You don't have to worry about how they're making it. You don't go back in the kitchen. You don't mess with what they're doing. You just have faith that you asked for what you wanted and it's going to come to you. Boom. That's the best example I can use for a manifestation or, asking the universe for something. That's the law of attraction. Ask and you shall receive. You ask for it. You have faith that it's coming. You're patient. You don't have to worry about controlling it because that will slow down your manifestation, because when you think you know how it's supposed to come to you, you could delay your manifestation because there's already a plan for how it's going to get to you. And pretty much 100% of the time, you don't know how that's going to be. You don't know when it's going to be. You're not in control of that, and you don't have to worry about that. All you got to know is what you want, be clear about what you want, and have faith that it's coming to you. That's it. That's all you have to do. Just relax. And I'm a very impatient person. So even though I teach this, I struggle with this sometimes because I want what I want and I want it now. You know what I mean? And I like to control things. So I like to, know when am I getting it? Where am I getting it? Whatever. And that's something that I'm constantly working on. So in the meantime, I just do what makes me happy. I'm like, you know what? I asked for a white Honda Pilot. That is a car that I've wanted for the longest time, and I'm going to attract it. Didn't get it right away when I asked for it. It'll take a while, but it'll come when it's meant to come to me, and I will get it because I asked for it, and I deserve it. It sounds silly. I mean, you can manifest the tiniest little things. You can manifest having a lunch with somebody. You can manifest your dream car. You can manifest your dream job. You can manifest, I don't know, a dog. You can manifest whatever you want. You are limitless. We are so much more powerful than you believe. So on top of that, make sure you're surrounding yourself with people who understand you and who support you, because the fastest way, this is what Steve Harvey says, love listening to his motivational speeches, the fastest way to kill a dream is to tell it to a small-minded person. I'm going to say that again. The fastest way to kill a dream is to tell it to a small-minded person. A lot of people will tell you, oh, that's never going to happen for you. Don't be ridiculous. Be realistic is what they say. Be realistic. First, you have to do this and this and this and this and this. Yeah, there's a lot of things you will have to do, but you have to attract the experience and the opportunity in the first place to even get your foot in the door and start it. Who says you can't do that? It wasn't meant for them, and that's why they don't get it. God didn't put it in their head. He put it in your head for a reason, because it's meant for you. If it wasn't meant for you, then it wouldn't be in your mind. If it's in your mind, like Steve Harvey says, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. I mean, not everything. I mean, I can't hold a car in my hand, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. So basically, like I said, where your thoughts go, energy flows. Vision boards are very helpful for that. Pinterest, love it. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. I want you to think about that. You have not because you ask not. Just try it. All right. I'm going to end this episode about manifestation. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions for me, please reach out. I want to hear about your manifestation stories, and I want to answer any questions that you have. Sometimes I think we think too much into it, and we think, oh, but logically this and that and blah, blah, blah. No. Our logical mind, our logical human science brain gets in the way of a lot of things. You just have to have faith, and that's it. When it comes to manifestation, you do your best and forget the rest, because it's going to be taken care of as long as you believe it is. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go, and we'll see you for another podcast.